welcome back to another video and welcome to 2023. So I'm actually filming this on New Year's Eve, which I figured was the perfect day to plan out 2023. And I actually have, quite honestly, the best planner ever. And this was made by my lovely friend Kelsey from lostweekendco. I will tag her down below. You can go ahead and follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And that is where you can find her 2023 planner for dreamers and doers. And so the front just says dreamer and doer. Absolutely love it. This is the linen color. She also has it in pink. And then she just has her little Lost Weekend Co. symbol on the side. And then her logo again on the back. This video is also going to be kind of like an opening up about mental health and what I experienced this year and what I'm hoping for in 2023. One of the biggest things that I'm taking away from 2022 is I need a lot of change personally. I want to change my physical health because I'm overall a healthy individual, but I am the heaviest I've ever been, which there's nothing wrong with being overweight. If you're happy in your own skin and you are healthy, that is literally all that matters. But I personally can feel the effects of being overweight and what it's doing to me. So, for example, park days are extremely hard for me. My hips and my knees and my feet are like so sore beyond normal, I feel, because anyone I go with doesn't have the same problems as me. I just feel like I've had a lot more pain than I normally would. I feel very stiff, like just out of shape. I mean, I don't exercise, I don't eat great. You're only gonna get what you put out, so you know, I'm not putting in the effort, so I'm obviously not gonna see results. So besides getting my physical health under control, I'm also focusing heavily on my mental health for 2023. Because it's not great, it's not horrible, but it definitely needs work. So I currently work from home. I don't even really have a job. I do freelance video editing. I did have a full-time video editing job, and I lost that at the end of September this year. And so I've just been kind of taking these last few months to see if I could freelance on my own, and I mean, it's literally just enough to pay the bills and like get by, but I definitely am going to focus on getting a job and getting financially back on my feet for 2023. But besides financially, the loss of my job has also had a huge toll on my mental health because I am very much a creature of habit. I like a routine and I don't really have one right now. So I think finding a job and putting my physical health first are really going to improve my mental health. And one thing that I really want to take with me into 2023, and this will be a huge change for me, but is to accept and believe people when they take the time to compliment me. It's just always been like a brush it off kind of thing, but people are taking the time out of their day and they are truly telling you how they feel. And so it's not good to just reject that. I want to accept it and I want to believe it. I also want to start manifesting because that's literally just talking yourself into doing what you want to accomplish. And there's no better way to build your dream life than by practicing it every day, by saying it every day, by putting those words out there. I overall just want to be a better person and be happier and be mentally and physically stronger. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start actually planning out 2023 in the planner. So I bought this pack of gel pens off of Amazon. They are erasable. So this is what I'm going to be using for planning. And then I also have these princess stickers from Amazon. And these are just so cute and like minimal, very aesthetic, very Disney. This pack is pretty big. And so I'm excited to incorporate these throughout the planner too. I don't know if I'm going to use these today because I want to make sure that everything like looks nice and pretty first. And I will have these linked below too, as well as the pens. Okay, so the first thing is to write my name and my word. So my word for the year is going to be goal-driven, because I'm seeking so much change. So I want to make sure that I have goals set and that I'm doing what I can to achieve them so that at the end of the year I can have something to be proud of. So yes, going to write my name. And I feel like this planner is so perfect, especially if you read this page, because it's literally telling you that the planner is designed for dreamers and doers, which I'm literally trying to achieve my dreams by doing the actions that I need to do to get there. So This planner is going to be very inspirational for me, and I'm very excited to get into this. And then the next page is my top 5 values, passions, and strengths. I feel like I need to sleep on this a little bit, but I will go ahead and answer what I can. So the number one most important value in my life, which has always been and will always be, is my family. I value my family and our time spent together so much, so I think I'm just gonna put family time. My passions, obviously, Disney is a huge one, but also what comes with that is becoming a better video editor. I mean, I am a professional video editor, but I feel like I lax in YouTube because it's the one area where I don't have to listen to the feedback of a client and have to redo it 100 times. Like, I just sit down and I edit it exactly how I feel I see it in my head, and then I post it. I don't really think much about it, but I would like to start planning out my videos more and having like a better vision for them. So I think for passions, I'm obviously going to put Disney. I'm going to put video editing, and then I'm going to put content creating. Even though all of these are kind of like falling under the same umbrella, I want to have them separated because they are still different things. Like, video editing isn't necessarily creating content. Video editing is what I want to do to bring in money, and I want to become better at that. And then also traveling is a huge thing for me, especially because I'm at like the peak age. I am 25. I don't really care where it is. If I get to leave my house and go somewhere and make memories, like, I'm all about that. So I'm going to put travel. Overall, I'm gonna skip out on strengths for now, just because I don't know what I want to put. So the next page is what inspires me, when I feel the most lost in the moment, and what my ideal day today looks like. So the ideal day today is literally manifestation, and I need to like really sit down by myself, not talking, and figuring out what that's gonna look like for me. But generally, I'd say I'd like to wake up earlier. I'd like to probably stop drinking coffee, because as much as a lot of people say there's benefits to drinking coffee, I also think that there's a lot of negatives to drinking coffee, and I am dependent on it at this point. I will get a migraine if I don't have it, and like, that's not good, because at the end of the day, it is an addiction. I'd probably like to start working out in the mornings, because that is when I do have the most energy, and then just being productive throughout the middle of the day, and then cooking myself a good dinner every night, a healthy dinner, something that is not processed, ideally. But yeah, I'd like to also go to bed earlier and just start journaling and meditating and manifesting and doing less doom scrolling. So the things I want to fix aren't anything that's like completely out of the ordinary, but just some habits I want to break and habits I want to form. So overall, I'm gonna sit down and really think about my ideal day to day. So when I feel the most lost in the moment is definitely anything Disney related. When I'm in the parks, I don't even want to be on my phone. I know a lot of people like to update on their stories what they're doing, but I just want to take my pictures, take my videos, and live in the moment, and then go ahead and edit them all after I've left, after my day is done, when I'm relaxing. Like, I just like to be in the moment when I'm in the parks and creating those memories. And I also find that editing photos and making reels and planning my content, I feel so lost in the moment. I honestly think it's really hard to come up with what inspires me, because it's probably more of a who question, not a what. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit on that one too. And my goals, wow, I could sit here all day, literally, and just thinking about goals. I'm gonna come back to personal, but I will start with health. I don't like to use the word losing weight, because it's not about the weight coming off. I mean, like, it is, but it's more so about how I'm going to feel when I lose that weight, and like the benefits that my body's going to have from it. I'd also like to become physically and mentally stronger, so I'm going to put that down. I'd also like to start taking more vitamins and really focusing on nourishing my body. I want to make sure that I'm going to my doctor's appointments and making doctor's appointments. So like, for example, last year when I had my annual physical, my doctor wanted to do routine blood work, and because I'm afraid of needles, I never went to get the blood work, which I definitely should have, because that's just important and you should get annual blood work. So I'm gonna make sure that I do that this year. I've been having issues with my shoulder, which can be looked up by a chiropractor. I've been having acid reflux, which I should probably go see a GI specialist for that. I just wanna make sure that I'm doing better with my physical health. So going to doctor's appointments is definitely going to be at the top of the list. Relationships are something I definitely want to focus more on in 2023. Even though I would say I did give a lot of energy into my relationships this year, my relationships with my friends are good, but if I could check in with them more and do more things with them, that would make me happier. Maybe just better communication. Overall, I want to put for all of my relationships. So that's what I'm going to do first. So the next category is mind and spirit. So I put understand myself because when people describe how they view me, it's not how I view myself. And so I just want to like overall have a better idea of my aura. I want to have a better mind mentally, you know, with mental health, and I don't know, just understanding myself. I feel like anyone can benefit from knowing more about themselves. The one thing that I think I could add in the home category is probably just cleaning better. I used to be very on top of cleaning, and I do feel really good when I do it, but because my mental health hasn't been amazing, my daily and weekly cleaning has taken a back seat. So I think, you know, just keeping my home cleaner and more minimalistic would really help my mental health. And then passions and learning, huge category for me. Again, I want to do better with my passion for creating content. So obviously that comes with learning things about trends, about how to get your content to be seen by the right people, and, you know, making sure that I'm engaging with my followers and just learning all about the back end side of Instagram and YouTube and just trying to do better there. I think I'd like to learn more about politics, more about the world, anything that can improve myself as a human being. So I'm going to put learning more about back end side of Instagram and YouTube. I want to have a better understanding of what's going on with my own government, you know, within my state, within the US. So I think I'm going to put learning more about what's going on in my own country, but also in the world. I think my professional goal would be, I would love to make YouTube and Instagram my source of income because it is where my passion is. And I know they say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And so that's kind of my motto right now, honestly. So I think that professional wise, I would love to become a better video editor. So I'm gonna put that down. And then moving on to financial, I'd love to learn more about investing and retirement funds. I have a book, it's actually on my nightstand, it's like literally right there, I don't know if you can see it. It's called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and I've read it honestly twice, and sometimes it just takes me a few times to really put my habits into action. So I want to start that book over and really get myself in a good financial situation, because that's honestly a huge part of why my mental health has not been great since I lost my job, and I would just want to do what I can to be better with that. So I'm gonna say financial. I want to just be more educated. Brad and I will be going on a vacation to celebrate our 6 years in June. I would love to go back to Disney in probably like August, September, so that I can do Mickey's Not So Scary. That's something that's on my bucket list for this year, as well as a Christmas party. So I'll probably do 2 like shorter trips in like the fall and winter time. I would love to just have new experiences and learn something and have core memories from it. So I think for travel, I'm just gonna put creating core memories and learning from experiences. So as far as projects, environmental, and giving back, honestly, I'm not quite sure what I'd want to put. I think I'll say for giving back, you know, once I get on my feet financially, I'll be able to donate more. So I'd like to donate more financially. I'd also like to donate more in terms of my clothes and like items that I'm not using anymore. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put down donating physical items I'm no longer using. And then yeah, I think that's gonna be it as far as the goals section. Okay, and then up next we have the bucket list. I'm gonna say step out of my comfort zone any way that I can. I think riding every single ride at Disney is kind of something on my bucket list for me. And honestly, I'd say it's pretty attainable. So I'm gonna say that. I'd also love to stay somewhere I've never stayed before. I think I'm gonna also put stay somewhere or travel somewhere I've never been to, which is also in the cards because Brad and I plan on going somewhere for 6 years. So and wherever we plan on going is not somewhere we've been before. And I think that's all I'm gonna put for now for the bucket list. Obviously, I feel like I have a million things, but we're gonna keep it Disney related. We're gonna keep it simple because we gotta keep moving on. So the best way I think I can achieve my goals for 2023 is to break them down and build the habits that I need to build and break the habits that I wanna break. So I have seen people online that take each month and set like a goal that they're trying to accomplish for that month. So each month will have a specific focus, which I think is a great way to build and break habits because it takes time. And also the amount of things that I want to change in my life and within myself. Like if I tried to accomplish everything all at once, I would fail 100%. There's no way that I wouldn't. So January's focus is 100% going to be finding a job. I think that's the most important. So for right now, I'm just gonna put one goal for each month because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'm going in order of what I need to prioritize the most. So yeah, February is going to be diet and fitness. So March, I'm gonna put education and reading. So I'm also putting reading down because I feel like I just kind of struggle with my grammar a little bit and also reading. So if I can improve in that area by reading, I think that could really help. And also just occupy my time better than doom scrolling. I do really want to focus on my hair. I want to focus on making my own shampoo and conditioner. I have taken a hair course before that I found online, and I kind of want to just like revisit that and focus on my hair health and making sure that I'm taking care of my curls because I feel like my curls don't really look great. And I just don't know if hair health needs to have its own month. Maybe I'll just put like beauty improvement. Yeah, I think general it'll be beauty improvement, but I'll put a focus on hair. I think I probably should have done this sooner, but I think May is gonna just be 100% mental health. So as much as I'm gonna be focusing on growing my Instagram, growing my YouTube throughout the entire year, I think I really want to focus in on June to be where I really learn, you know, the back end of Instagram, and where I'll maybe even take some classes if I can find some on growing on social media. And then maybe June could also be when I would start working with brands, which would be really exciting. I just want to take Taylor's Tower to the next level. That's what I'm going to put for June, is just content education, I guess. I have 6 more months of like what I want to focus on, which there's things that I can think of, but honestly the main things are for the beginning half of the year. So I think for now I'm going to sit on that and think about what I want to improve on for the rest of the year. So as far as birthdays, important dates, self-care, my to-do list, these are all things I think I need to kind of like, again, sit on in my own personal time to work on. So after each page for the beginning of the month, there's also the next section, which is for habit tracking. And I want that to reflect the goal that I'm setting for the month. So as far as finding a job, I think the habit tracker would probably be making sure that I'm doing something every single day to find that job, whether that's even just looking on LinkedIn, whether that's improving my LinkedIn, updating it, making a reel of all the videos that I've edited for 2022, sending out applications, whatever it is I'm gonna use for this section. But I also need to kind of like sit and think about that. I know we didn't get into anything super specific for 2023, but I feel like I was able to at least express my goals and verbally say them, which feels good. And I hope that you take something from this video, whether that's to plan out something for yourself, start meditating, start manifesting, start working out, or anything that I've discussed in this video for my own personal goals. I hope that you set some for yourself and that you work towards something for 2023, because let me tell you, I did just kind of float by and let the days pass me by after I lost my job from, you know, October to December, and it's not a great feeling. And I just want to have goals and work towards something, because at the end of the day, that's what feels good to me, and I hope that you do something that feels good for you in 2023, whatever that is. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already, so that way you can be notified every time I post, which will be every Friday. And make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Taylor's Tower, because that is my main social media platform. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what your biggest goal for 2023 is, or if you have any advice for me based off of anything that I've said in this video. And yeah, I hope you all have a very magical 2023, and I will see you real soon. Bye.